What's going on, boys and girls? What's up, world? Austin John Placer, and welcome back to Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch walkthrough number 3. In the last episode, we completed the Tail Cave, located right here at Tarambo Shores, which we need to head back to once we have bombs. We have some stuff to do, and something about a swamp, some mysterious voice told us. Hey look, it's an owl to come tell us to go to the swamp. Next, we head to the swamp. Thanks, owl. And one nice part about this game is how much it, thoroughly thinks through backtracking. So instead of us running around, we just hop over that hole, which is sweet, dude. Oh, and these kids are freaking out. Why are you guys freaking out? Hey, buddy, it's serious. Yeah, really serious. The moblins came to the village and they stole Bow Wow. Oh, no. Don't worry, I'm gonna find Bow Wow. Here's Bow Wow's mom. It's terrible, my Bow Wow has been dog-napped. Oh no, I'm gonna get on that right away, lady, don't worry. Alright, so guys, now we're going to head to the trendy game. And here inside of the trendy game, we're going to have ourselves a Goomba statue. Isn't that so much more exciting than finding that lady's runaway dog? I bet it is. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a purple rupee, because anytime we come here, make sure to grab a purple rupee. Now for the Goomba, I kind of have my own strategy, which is go all the way up. Now because of the Goomba shape, we're going to wait until it's directly under the second purple now. To start, oh, I did not go far enough. I did not go far enough at all. It's not going to enter the crane. Oh, or it is. And that's gonna work. Perfect. So I should have gone slightly more to the right, but that worked anyways. There's always like a nice margin of error that the game gives you. And maybe that's because of the physics engine. I don't know. Either way, I'm not mad at it. If you're wondering why I'm getting a purple rupee again, it's because I messed up twice, but that's fine. Great, let's leave and re-enter just to make sure that the Goomba wasn't blocking another key item from showing up. And it was not. After the next dungeon that we do, we get access to purchasing bombs for the first time, which we need to bring back to the first temple. I don't know how many times I keep saying it. I'm just kind of reminding myself. Anyways, head inside of the house that we woke up in, like Mario is sleeping, and we can put the Goomba on the stand. Nice. With that being said, there is nothing more that we can do over at the shores. However, getting into the Lost Woods here, sorry, not Lost Woods, that would be too Hylian. It's the Mysterious Forest. It's like the off-brand of stuff. It's like the off-brand of cereal that your mom would buy because she didn't want to spring for the tricks. So instead, you got Fruit Puffs, which was never as good because you knew it wasn't the same. Anyways, we're gonna head to the right here on the Koholint Prairie. And we're gonna get this piece of heart that we saw much earlier in the game. And we can actually progress to another area down here. So past the witch's hut, we come to the cemetery, which is located right here on the map. The cemetery is home to the color dungeon, which requires you to move these 5 gravestones in a specific order. However, we can't access that until we have a different power-up. So for now, we're just going to make our way to this bottom right gravestone, and we're going to push it upward. It's also worth noting that if you touch any of the gravestones, ghosts will spawn. And they take a lot of hits. The zombies don't. Now, you're supposed to be able to access this area much later. However, with some very crafty maneuvering, you can actually get this piece of heart right now. And this was in the original game, and people saw it as an exploit, but because it's in this game, I consider it a feature, not a bug. So essentially what we want to do is head and jump straight down, but soon as we leave here, we want to hold right and land on that bottom right platform over there. Let's try that again. There we go, we just ran up that time, even though we were hitting the rock's feather, and it just worked. It just works. We got a piece of heart. Sweet, dude. You can feel free to hop over here, however, we can't get the treasure yet until we can lift up heavy rocks, so don't even worry about it. Again, avoiding touching any of the gravestones, and not being able to progress any more south or north. Now we're going to backtrack to where we just got that piece of heart, and if we head north, there's a sign here to Tal Tal Heights, but that's not actually where we're going. We're going to head over here, and this overhang is our next destination, but if we want to, we can walk over here, and this is Dompe's hut. And I think it's funny because if you come here right now, he's not ready. And like he's crouched over working on stuff. If you talk to him, he's like, huh? What you doing here so early? You can't come in yet. I'm still setting up. So, obviously we can't do anything yet. However, just south of Dampé's hut, we can get ourselves a piece of heart right now. We walk into the wasteland, hop up, and great. And that's our 6th heart. I think that's pretty fantastic for only completing one very easy dungeon so far. Watch out for the crows, they are a little bit of a pain to deal with. Let's go ahead and enter that area that I showed you before, where this little dungeon is, and this is our destination that we want to go to. This is where we're going to be saving Bow Wow. And inside of here, there's a whole bunch of moblins. First is a combat moblin. Pretty sure these are moblins. So shield, attack, wait, shield, attack. In our next room, we're gonna be bombarded with 4 spear moblins. So it's important to hold your shield up as soon as you enter. And make sure you have health before you come in here. Also try not to get cornered because you can fall through the floor. Oh, well, nice, he dropped a heart for me. Thank you, sir. And that one gave me 5 rupees, nice. Now we're on our way to the Moblin boss, who kind of looks like a giant bull. So he has 2 attacks. He throws spears and he charges. If you head right in front of a wall, he's going to charge and hit the wall, and that's what we want. You can get a few shots in on him. You can either block his spears or dodge them. However, if you move out of the way too early, he's not going to hit the wall. But again, just stand at the side, spam the B button, and he should go down pretty easy. He dropped a fairy. I already have a fairy in my inventory, so we'll collect it. And now, we get pretty much the coolest escort mission ever. We get to hold Bow Wow. And Bow Wow is actually like a fantastic partner to have. As soon as we're done with the next dungeon, we're going to have Bow Wow with us for a long period. Because there's a lot of areas that we can visit with Bow Wow, and he can help us take down enemies in one shot. It's pretty awesome. He can kill like 4 enemies at the same time. If we play our cards right, we might actually see that happen. As soon as we leave, the owl comes to us again. He's kind of annoying. Look at that fearsome looking animal you have there. Do not forget, the next instrument's in the swamp. I know, you told us like 10 minutes ago, mister. Dampé is out of his hut, and he is ready for us. However, he requires us to finish the dungeon before we go in there and we do any of the Dampé quests. Now, the reason I wanted to wait until I had Bow Wow is because Bow Wow has he killed 2 crows at the same time. Bow Wow has a really awesome overworld feature. Let's take care of these crows first. Oh, he just did it. If Bow Wow senses something under the ground, he'll jump over and the little pop-up will happen on screen. And he'll tell you to dig. See? Woof, dig, rough. Wait till he moves away, dig, and you usually find yourself a secret. Seashell. Nice. Now there's nothing for us right now between the wasteland area and the cemetery, so now it's time to backtrack a little bit and start heading toward the swamp, but not into the swamp yet. If only I could lift up these heavy rocks, there would be a much faster way into the swamp. Thanks, Bow Wow. I kind of had that one under control, and Bow Wow's going to inform us of another area that we could dig at right here for a secret seashell. Heading north just a little bit, we can jump over that chasm that we couldn't before and enter this house. And here we find Mr. Wright, who this is actually a cameo from SimCity back on the Super NES. And he loves to write letters. He's actually part of our trade sequence, but much later in the trade sequence. Let's head inside of this north hole. And we hop over and we could get this chest right now. A red rupee. Sweet dude. See how awesome Bow Wow is? Now, unfortunately, we can't get this treasure chest since this skull is in the way, so I'm going to put it down a marker. That way I don't forget later. And Bow Wow's going to inform us of another area that we can dig at for a secret seashell. So far, he's helped us find 3, almost consecutively, and that's fantastic. At the very top of your screen, you can see a little heart piece over there. You actually get that kind of at the end of the game. You can choose to jump up here to the Tal Tal Mountain Range, which is the last area of the game. Although you can't really do anything right now, which is fun. Next, we make our way into the swamp where the game does not perform that well. The nice part is Bow Wow can attack enemies that Link cannot damage. So like if I attack that, it just curls up. But Bow Wow loves to snack on him, including this big boy right here. He just needs a direct path in order to make contact with it. Let's go ahead and grab this chest for a purple rupee. That's the only loot in here. And the actual reason that we need Bow Wow in the game is to take care of these 4 flowers. And we can make our way inside, and this is the second dungeon. And that's the Bottle Grotto. And unfortunately, Bow Wow can't follow us in here, which is a shame. Bow Wow's just gonna wait outside, because he's a good boy. Like, if we leave, you'll see him just hanging out here and eating those flowers. Golly, he sure does love eating those flowers. But anyways, we're gonna be wrapping up this video here. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening 100% walkthrough and whatever catchy name that I decided to give this video, which I don't know at this time because I'm recording these back to back. Hashtag pre-recorded. But if you're finding this helpful, do me a favor, leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out. Oh, get him. Get him. Get the fish. Get him. Get him. Yeah.